if a 17-year-old is the biggest highlight of the entire league, then I'm not really. I'm not gonna say don't bother, because there is some serious talent there. But I'm gonna say a bit boring because I personally want to go and be like, yeah, turn that A-League game on. Yeah, heck yeah. Next we have the Austrian League. I know that Erling Haaland played in the Austrian League, and he tore that supporting Chelsea or freaking West Ham, and then you're like, wow, Fulham hasn't lost 4 games in a row. I'm gonna support them, and then they lose the next game, and you're like, back to Chelsea, back to Manchester United. These teams suck, well, obviously. And then there's Aston Villa, which is one of those teams where you can't hate the fan base. You cannot, because they are loyal. They are super loyal, and I rank them pretty high. Some people said in one of those videos, in the other video, the first video. Look at me now. That's all I'm saying. Look at me now. I ranked Aston Villa way high. Look at me now. Next we have the championship. I'm gonna say pretty good. I wouldn't say it's on the level of the Belgian Pro League per se, but the serious talent. I think if the production value was there, it would be an amazing. It's just the competition to just fight, to absolutely like just maul each other, destroy each other, just to fight for a chance to play in the Premier League and then come back 13 months later. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I'm gonna say it's pretty good. And then League One, the third division, I'm gonna say average. It's basically like the championship junior, but production value is lower, and the competition isn't really there. It's always just gonna be the teams that got relegated from the championship that are always gonna be doing good in the third division. Not really giving like some teams that much of a chance. I know Plymouth Argyle is an exception, but they are. I think that they're just an exception, and for some teams also it's just an exemption, like Luton Town. Next we have the League Two, and it's weird. It's weird because usually I would be like, yes, it's a bit boring, but every single league in England is like crazy entertaining, and like they each have their own bits of excitement about them. And I feel like, and not only with like Wrexham, with Ryan Reynolds' team, it's like games will play out and the results will be like 4-4, 5-5, 6-6, like 6-4, like the most amazing, like the most outrageous freaking score lines of all time. And like it's crazy because you don't see that in the Premier League. I know that like Manchester City and Chelsea just drew 4-4, but that is so rare. Those kinds of score lines are so rare in the Premier League. Like you're more likely to just get 0-0 results in the Premier League, and that's just normal. That's normal because there's so much competition that it's just crazy. Because each of these teams are like they will be good, and then they will be bad, and then they will be good again, and they will have these crazy score lines. But I don't think I've ever seen any like the League One, League Two, even the National League. I don't think I've ever seen a 0-0 draw. It's just super entertaining. Moving on, we have gonna say a bit boring. I don't think I've ever watched any game from the second division of French football ever, and that's really all it is. So yeah, that it's a bit boring to me. I'm not gonna say don't even bother, but it's a bit. I'm just gonna say a bit boring, as in I've just never watched it, and I feel like if I do watch it, I'll say the same thing. Next we have the Bundesliga. I think that is the #2 league, and it might get some hate, but it's so entertaining. The Bundesliga is so entertaining. Like every team has their own like style and of like entertaining the game and everything like that. And I watch this a lot with my grandpa, grandma, and they like the Bundesliga. They like the Bundesliga, and it's not even like just about Bayern or Dortmund or RB Leipzig. Like you could casually catch a Werder Bremen Schalke game. I don't know, Schalke, are they relegated or something? I'm not sure, but like those mid teams, like the most mid-average teams, which I know Schalke was one of the biggest teams at one point, but now they're like they're not household anymore, so it's just they're just mid. But it's like one of those, like you could just go and catch yourself watching a Stuttgart game, and you could be entertained. You could really be entertained by it because of just the level of, like, it's just one of those surprise leagues, and it might be a farmers league, it might not. Sure, it's just about how much money that each team has and how much money each team has like put into their team. It's like the fans and stuff like that. And I know that like with Bayern, I think it's like the people actually own the club. I think I'm not entirely sure, but my neighbor is a super fan of the Bayern. I think that's what they said. But yeah, that is great. It's just one of those leagues, and to me, I think the only league. This tier list isn't in order, but the amazing tier list is going to be in order. It's going to be in order. So first is going to be the Premier League, and the second, to me personally, on my opinion, is going to be the Bundesliga. Next we have Bundesliga 2. I'm going to say average. Like I said, you could catch it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna have little bits of excitement here and there. But you're really only looking out for like teams that you want to get promoted towards the end of the season. To be honest, I would catch myself watching some highlights towards the end of the season, because that's when it gets exciting. That's when it gets real. Antsy. Like you kind of just want, you really just want Hamburg to get back into the Bundesliga, and you know they're never going to. Hopefully they might come back, but yeah. Next we have 3 Liga. I'm gonna say a bit boring, only because I don't personally watch it. The only time I would consider ever thinking about the 3rd division of German soccer is the Road to Champions League manager career modes. That's it. You know, taking a team from the 3rd division and then having them over the span of 5-6 seasons, and then just having them win the Champions League. That's it. That's the only time I thought about the German 3rd league, 3rd division. Next we have the Eredivisie. Very, very popular league, obviously, and Ajax suck right now. But yeah, I hope that they get relegated. That would be the funniest thing ever. Honestly, that would be the funniest thing ever. If they were to get relegated. But yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, very popular league. A lot of talent in this league. In my just like everybody else, that Paulo Dybala didn't reach his potential. Just throwing that out there. Paulo Dybala did not reach his potential. But yeah, that's it. Next, I think it's just gonna. It just kind of speaks for itself. It's a bit boring, and I think the only important or interesting thing about the Serie B is the amazing kids that Italy produces, and like Venezia. Those bangers, those kids are bangers every season. Those are bangers. The K League, I'm gonna say, bit boring. Yeah. I mean, what can you really ask for? It's just mid. And yeah, like I played a little bit with it with the teams Kashima Antlers. I don't even know it's something Antlers. But yeah, I mean, everybody, like I said, everybody has audience, everybody has their taste, everybody has their favorite league, and everybody has their preferences. What type of football they enjoy to watch on the weekend or midweek. Next, we have Norway. That's not really. I don't even think that's the the Scottish Premiership. It's a banger. I'm not gonna lie. It's a banger. Obviously, there's two main teams that are gonna be taking over this league for a majority of the season. But I thoroughly enjoy every game that I watch from the Scottish Premiership, and yeah, that's really all I can say. It's like the Premier League Junior, offbeat, off-brand, totally, out of the way, Premier League Junior. But yeah, because there's like only a handful of teams that you can like, and then the rest are garbage. Next, La Liga. Can I put, yeah, third? I think that's the third league. That's gonna be the honestly, it's gonna be the third league in my opinion. Let me move this over. There we go. I'm gonna put. There we go. Okay, now that's kind of in order of what I would put it as. But La Liga, obviously you got Barcelona, you got Real Madrid, you got Atletico Madrid, you got freaking Girona, like I was mentioning in the last video. You have Rayo Vallecano. Are they in? Yeah, they are. You have Alaves. I mean, like I said, a league is good if there are a handful, and then you got like some like mid teams, and I feel like the Bundesliga is an exception, but I just feel like they don't. The only reason why they don't are like the first place in my opinion is because of like history and also just the culture that the Premier League has, and it's just so entertaining. It's so entertaining that you can't put it behind anything else. So the Premier League is first, and the Bundesliga is second, and La Liga is good. It's always gonna be good. It's always gonna have a place in everybody's hearts, but they can never admit. No one can ever admit, like truly be honest with themselves and say that La Liga is anywhere close to the Premier League or the Bundesliga, and that's just that. La Liga, what is it? Santander, high promotion B. I'm gonna say it's average. I mean, actually, I'm gonna say it's a bit boring. Wow, it just really moved down. I had like 3 glimpses of just realization there, but yeah, La Liga high promotion V. Nothing too special here, to be honest. You kind of have just academy teams that come up from the 3rd division and play here and get relegated right then. I remember in FIFA 16 there was like FC Barcelona too, and I was so confused about why the hell there was 2 Barcelonas in FIFA, but that was that. Next we have the Swedish League. Bit boring. I didn't even know what this logo was until I saw it. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say that I've played with any team from this this league, or even heard of any team from it. I know the only thing that I can say about this is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and that's my rating. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Next we have the Swiss League, and I think I'm gonna put it in don't even bother. Just don't. I mean, unless you're gonna open a bank account, an offshore bank account, or you hate your life, or you're Swiss, then watch this league. But I've had I don't know. I haven't had the best experience watching this league, and it's just it's garbage. Okay. When I was younger, professional soccer and stuff. Like when I really switched over from like watching basketball and football. I really started like getting serious about about watching soccer. I watched the Swiss League, and then I realized how garbage it was after watching so many other leagues. But yeah, next we have the Super League in Turkey, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Galatasaray. A lot of things from the Turkish league. They're cooking. They are cooking. They're in the stage. Like they were like, before they were just putting the ingredients in, and then obviously like big European teams would come and pick some ingredients, take it out, but now they've had the chance. They're cooking. They're cooking, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about to see Galatasaray. I've never thought I would say that, but they're cooking. They're pretty good. And lastly, the best team of all, the MLS. I'm not gonna defend myself, but I will in the I'm just kidding. They're just not there yet. I take back what I said about the Scottish Premier League. I feel like the MLS is more entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, for me personally, it's just not. The MLS is always gonna be near and dear to my heart because those are the only games, like the league games, that I've actually been to. I live near Austin. Austin FC is my favorite team in the United States. And even though they are wet dog cheeks, I will always have a love for the MLS, the league, and everything about it. I don't like Inter Miami. I think that they are sellouts. But I also think that the entire league itself is a sellout. It's just one giant advertisement, I feel like, at some points. But it's really easy, and the environment of the games is just so. I know people like hate on like fans, but me and my girlfriend went to an Austin FC game. We went to the Austin FC LA Galaxy game, and we were there until like midnight. We were there like until midnight, and the game hadn't even started because there's this crazy like rainstorm, and there was like hail and stuff, and we had gone, and the game was supposed to start at like 8:30 or something, and the game didn't start until like 12:30 a.m. So it was something else. It really was something else. But we were in the supporter section, and it was so amazing, to be honest. It was the most amazing feeling, just like dancing in the rain, singing, chanting, and overall it was just a very nice experience. And it was just really fun. Yeah, I mean, we did end up, we were winning the game. We were winning the game 3-1 or something, 3-0. We were winning the game until like the last 10 minutes, and we ended up drawing 3-3. And that was so disappointing because it was already 2 a.m. It was like 1:40 something, 2 a.m. I don't even know. And it's just, and just to stay up that late and still draw. Like, if we tingles.